I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And today we're going to talk about the Breakup Bombshell Continued. This is a continuation of our other Breakup Bombshell video, and hopefully you'll enjoy it.
So before we begin, I did want to say that I am now available for coaching alongside Coach Margaret and Coach Craig. So if you are interested in a one-on-one session, just head to the website, click on our names at the top, and book today.
Absolutely, we'll be happy to help you. What do we got today, Margaret?
Well, I want to continue the breakup bombshell that I talked about the last time we got together, and talked about how completely blown away you may be. It's an unexpected breakup. You're shocked. And finally, after living through the conversation where you hear, I love you, but I don't love you, we're not on the same page, and all of those things that you hear at a breakup, you go home and you're stunned.
Yeah.
In fact, you're a little woozily. Now, woozily is a term I have taken from the Rugrats, if you ever had the pleasure of watching the Rugrat cartoon. And the little guy, Chucky, who always got in trouble, said, I feel a little woozily. And I thought it was a pretty good descriptive term. If you don't feel quite good, you might be nauseous, maybe not, but you're woozily. It's a great word, I thought. So by the time you get home and you're sitting by yourself wondering what to do next, you're probably a little woozily.
And it's so traumatizing that you often remember that moment very clearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could still remember like leaving the Applebee's girl's house and like texting two of my friends and talking to a few of my friends on the way home.
Good.
That I remember the car ride home. That's how like
Sure.
traumatic it was. It was like what just happened? I can't even believe it.
For me, what comes to mind is in horror movies when you hear that very high-pitched noise where something bad is about to happen. That was the feeling for me almost every time.
Wow.
This eerie, like something is not right.
Something isn't right, yeah.
Wow.
So you finally get home and you don't know what to do next. But don't be distressed, because there is someone who knows exactly what to do and has likely already started doing it. Guess who? I'm your inner critic.
The inner critic.
I'm your inner critic. Now,
better.
you can think of your inner critic. It's a good idea, apparently, to name one's inner critic. So, it might be Cinderella's stepmother, Dracula. I've decided on Cruella, okay? But already, your critical inner voice is telling you this is all your fault. Another relationship you messed up. I always knew that you would never find anybody. You are too needy and demanding. You'd better review every syllable that you and he ever exchanged, and the many occasions when you said the wrong things. You had better figure this out and change it, if you even can change, and I'm not sure. Let's say Dracula has arrived and wants to give you advice and put you down for at least the next several weeks. Okay?
Okay.
You, in the meantime, are going to do the best you can to take care of yourself and your basic needs. You know the needs. You know the needs, the ones you don't have any right to have, you've always been told. Or the needs that you don't deserve to have satisfied. Okay? So here you are now with your inner critic. So what do I do now? Do I try to fight it or just accept how worthless I am? What do you think is the best thing to do?
Fight it.
Yeah, fight. Okay, you're not going to settle for being told you're worthless. Dracula, you're probably right that I made some mistakes, but I can work on things and read books and go to therapy if I want. I can make some changes and improvements, and I can work hard on it. So there. At which point, Dracula stomps off, mumbling, you'll never change.
Now I thought we were naming the inner critic Cruella.
That's mine.
And then it switched to Dracula.
Well,
out of nowhere.
It depends on who you need.
Do you have multiple inner critics, Margaret?
I didn't want to mention that, but I mean, I'm sure it's possible to have a chorus or a baseball stadium full.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure it's possible.
That is interesting.
Yeah, but
I hadn't thought about that, really.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, it picks up every negative thing that ever came your way and treats it as the truth. The misery that you suffer over the next few weeks will not come from your ex, your family, or you or your friends. It will come from your inner critic. So obviously the thing to do is to work with that inner critic. I'm quite fascinated by the concept, and I think it has huge potential to help folks. So I'm going to talk about my inner critic, Cruella, and everybody else's too. Okay, there are many possibilities. Yes.
This reminds me of this popular TikTok trend happening right now.
Yeah.
Where it's a video of yourself, and it says every time you talk bad about yourself, you're talking about this person, and it flips to a picture of them when they were younger.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say to you is what's going to torture you for the next few weeks after the breakup is all of the rehashing it. It was how was it my fault? I know it was my fault. Everyone has always told me things were my fault. I never should have said this. Maybe I should have said that. All those thoughts that torture you.
Well, the other thing, Margaret, is a lot of times our ex does say, well, it's because you did this, this, and that.
Absolutely.
And they give you some reasons that are concrete, even if they're kind of silly reasons.
Yep. And that's helpful, if they'll do even that much.
Yeah.
Instead of all the vagaries of, we're not on the same page, I love you, but I'm not in love with you, and yeah, I need a break, I need some I need some space. Yep. All right, so once it's over, then you have to first think about taking basic care of yourself, and then about trying to get the inner critic under control. Or at least to understand where it's coming from, so that it doesn't sound like the gospel truth every time you hear it.
Yeah. Not easy.
Not easy. No.
Not easy to go
But let's
through.
fight the right battle. We're going to fight that inner critic.
All right.
Whatever the hell his name is.
Unless, and there may be a couple of them. Dracula and Cruella.
Yeah, there could be. I don't think anything would negate that.
Tag teaming you.
Yep.
One's your mother, one's your father.
That's exactly right, but they may be disguised.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So hopefully you found this one helpful. Of course, if you want to get our help personally, you can do that on my website, askcraig.net. I do email coaching and Skype. And of course, Margaret is available for Skype coaching.
If you think I can be helpful, please sign up.
And Victoria is available for Skype coaching.
I look forward to speaking with you.
Just click on their names at the top of the website to get a coaching with them. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And we will talk with you soon.